Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Davecon FX. Today I'll be looking at this particular topic, which has been in the mind of traders for a very long time. Why are there so many free education on forex, yet 95% of traders or retail traders loses money till date? Now we're going to answer that question. Alright, so you pay close attention to these answers, and bet me you're going to learn a lot from it, and you're going to learn a bit of how the industry works. That's the forex industry. Alright, so I stated out three things which are part of the reasons, right? These are not all the reasons. These are part of the reasons and one of the key reasons, right, why this happens. Now, the first one is the retail broker, second one is the bank, and the third one is the introducing brokers, which is called the IB. Alright, now by explaining the retail brokers and the bank side by side, right? So as an individual, as a company, if you want to own a retail brokers platform, the platform we use as retail traders are called retail brokers. That is not the main interbank, all right? That's not the main platform to use in trading. We're using what we call the retail brokers platform, all right? So meaning it's specifically created for retail traders. That's what it's called, the retail brokers, right? So now the retail brokers and the banks, I'm explaining this in side by side. If you want to run a retail brokerage platform, all right, you're going to have to approach a bank for facility, and the bank are willing to do that. I'm not talking about the banks we have over here in Nigeria. I'm talking about banks like Bank of England and all the big banks you can mention, right? So you can approach these banks for facility, right? And they are willing to do this for you. Then after all the registrations and after all the necessary things that needs to be done, as a company, you own a retail brokerage platform. Now you're ready to introduce clients to your platform, to use your platform, where you can be able to make spread, you can be able to make commission, swap, and all that. All right, so I'm also going to make a video on the 4 things the retail brokers make, apart from the 2 things we are aware of, which is the spread and the swap, of course the commission. I'm going to make a video on the things that the retail brokers benefit, right, and the things they make as profit, the different things they make as profit. I'm going to make a video on that. All right, so now go ahead and subscribe. Of course, once that it's dropped, you can be able to see that firsthand. Okay, so now talking about the retail brokers and the banks. Now the retail brokers, like I said earlier, approaches the bank and get all the necessary things in place, the registrations and all that, and they are all done with that. And remember, the bank are the ones that sponsored this activity. Okay, they offered facility to the retail broker. Right now, the retail broker is now ready to introduce clients to their platform. Now remember that after banks sponsored this, they charge the retail broker 3.75% or less, 2.75% or less. They charge between 2.75% to 3.75% in a year of whatever facility that was offered to this body. Right now, the retail brokers, being that this, of course, the amount, let's say $50 million, that's what, as an instance, let's say $50 million, that's what the bank were able to offer a retail broker, right? After all the whole thing, so it's been charged 3.75% of this particular figure. Now what happens? Retail broker doesn't have this money to pay yearly to the bank. Now this is where this is the origin of all this news, all that support resistance thing, all that. Now market needs to be manipulated for all this to be met. Okay, so what happens? The retail brokers start introducing clients to their platform, to use their platform to trade, start organizing seminars, start promoting through YouTube, through all the social media handles, teaching for free what doesn't work. Teaching for free what doesn't work. Now the education you have out there is being perpetuated by the retail brokers firsthand, right? Majorly, that's what I mean, by retail brokers, because you're meant to lose money, because they need to meet up their debt, right? So that way the the debt they owe the bank is transferred from them to us, their clients. So they're going to make this money off us to be able to meet up paying their bank. All right, so now by doing this, you have so many seminars, you have so many offices, all right, planted by the retail brokers teaching this forex for free, doing a 3 days crash program, blah blah blah, and all that, to make sure that you're able to fund your account. Because retail brokers have this thing they have in place, 90 phenomenon. This means that 90 days of a retail traders entering their platform, they have 90 days to lose their money. So they program it 90 days maximum to lose the money they came to the market with. All right, this is how the retail brokers program their platform. So no matter how huge the seminar they organize it, they only target few persons to fund minimum $100. Let's say after the whole expenses of the seminar, after the whole payment of the instructor and all that, the office payment, the furnishing and all that, they were able to get only 100 clients funding $100. As a retail brokers, you're already sure you've made $100,000. Alright, because this 100 clients, 90% of them are going to lose their funds in 90 days of trading. Alright, so that's why they encourage you to fund $100. The truth is this: as a retail trader, it's not possible as a beginner, except you're trying to test a strategy. As a professional trader, you're trying to test, even a testing strategy, you have to use like $500 and be on a minimal risk. Alright, to test a strategy in a professional level. But if you're trying to test that one scalping strategy, then you can risk $100 for that. That's why you can fund $100. But as a trader, you're not permitted to put in $100 in your account after learning how to trade. The probability of losing your money is 99%. 99.9%. Alright, that's the probability of losing that fund. Now, retail brokers knows this, so they make you fund your money. And that's some of them, that's the criteria of you attending the free class, right? They make you fund the money because they know you're going to lose that money. All right, so how do the introducing brokers come into this? Now, the introducing brokers comes into this because, all right, they are incentivized. Let's say they introduce you to use their platform, to use a retail broker's platform. Of course, they have to have introducing brokers. That's like marketers, right? It's marketers in a layman terms, but they are called introducing brokers in the professional terms of this industry. All right, so these marketers are there to perpetuate. In fact, these marketers, 90% of them doesn't even trade forex. Right, they are just good at sales. They're just good at marketing. Right, it gets you to use this platform. They advertise through all means. They are being provided signal from the retail brokers, and then they create a WhatsApp group or Telegram group, and they drop signals. Can you imagine you copying a signal from a retail broker that has conflict of interest with you as a retail trader? That's huge. That's like shooting yourself on your leg. That you're killing yourself. That's not right at all. You're not supposed to learn from a retail broker, because there's no way you're going to get information that works. Number two, you're not supposed to copy signal from a retail trader. You're not supposed to do that. All right, so this introducing broker, this is what the retail brokers use them for. These guys can either, maybe they've tried trading support resistance, or so they tried doing something minor about trading. They tried pushing button before, but they are good at sales. Now they keep them as an instructor, or they keep them as a social media manager, or so they keep pushing up results, keep pushing up things like that. You think they're making so much money, and then probably you start using that platform. They promise you signal and all that. They promise you bonus. Okay, some retail traders promise to give you, when you fund $100, they give you 20%. In fact, any day you click on that 20%, that's the day you start losing your money, because you're already on the category of failure even before the 90 days. That's the truth. Right? So you don't want to use all that. These informations are there for us, the retail traders, to keep losing money. And the information are free because they want us to access this information easily. And that way we'll keep losing money. Because if I'm being taught something, let me give an instance. If I taught you something, I already know what I taught you, and I can use what I taught you against you, right? Now I've told you support resistance. When I push the price to a support zone, I can be on that zone and make a lot of money because I know that 95% are already there because I taught them that. And I expect them to be doing what I taught them because nothing else is on air or is online for them to learn. Every other person is doing the same thing. So they are also going to do the same thing. So nothing else is online for them to learn. So I'm going to teach them that. I expect them to do that. So I'm going to also use that against them. So it's easier for me to make money as a retail trader and as a liquidity provider. It's easier for me to make money by perpetuating the wrong information and making retail traders do that, and also using that information against them. What do I mean by that? You're being told support resistance, you're being told trend line and all that. Now this doesn't mean that this doesn't work. This is the most basic knowledge you want to know about forex, and this is being used against you as a retail trader. Believe it or not, this information is being used against you as a retail trader, meaning that price moves to a support level, and that's the manipulation time, meaning that that's why you have your market, you have your stop loss being hit 95% of the time you place your trade. You see that the market goes straight to your stop loss, take it out and return back to your original direction. Now this is what you're being taught, and this is the way you keep losing money as long as you keep using that word support resistance. Alright, because these are places that they're going to make this thing move in your favor for like 5 to 10% of the time, so you don't feel frustrating, still remain in the market, and you still think it's still gonna work. So you keep funding your account the first time, the second time. So you prefer funding your account than having paid for the education to learn the right skill. So traders prefer funding their account, and it's a very wrong approach to trading. All right. So now let's say there's a support here, right? Now you place a buy here, which you're taught to place a buy on the support level. You place a buy, right? So you place a buy, and the market, you place a stop loss below here. The market comes here, consolidates a bit, makes sure to check your stop loss, and then all the way up. I know 95% of retail traders has experienced this, and this is the truth. This is the way this works. You're going to keep losing money because this is the manipulation time, right? So that information is never going to make you money. So this introducing broker, they are incentivized by a commission, right? They can pay them probably per lot. Each person they introduce pays trades, they're going to make like $5. It's huge, meaning that if you're having retail traders, 100 of them as an introducing broker, and they are all trading 100 lots, okay, in 1 month. So you're having 100 times 100, so you're having how many? 1,000, right? So you're going to have 10,000, sorry, you're going to have 10,000 lot size. So 10,000 lot size times 5, so you're going to have $50,000 at the end of that month. So the more people you introduce to the platform, the more money you make. Now this is why this people can go at any length, and they even use their own money to finance events, to finance huge seminars. They even use their own funds to do that. They can go extra mile because they make a lot of money doing that. Now what do? Some of them even go as far as negotiating this particular $5 USD that are being paid for. They are being paid by the broker, and probably the negotiate because the brokers are open for negotiation. When they negotiate, and then probably the broker increases it to $7 per lot. It means that you, as a trader that is coming under this particular introducing broker, you're going to be losing more money because the brokers they're not going to use their money to pay these $7. They're going to only make trading, as you as a user trader, they're going to make trading difficult for you in order to meet up this payment. And because they're also going to make money from this, so they're not going to pay all the money, so they're going to make trading more difficult for you. So if you have a greedy introducing broker that you're using his or her link to make registration, so that's like number one sign up for failure. All right, so this is the way this whole industry works when it comes to why people lose money on that. Right, so this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to drop more videos around this, and I'm going to make it more expository, right? So go ahead and subscribe, right? So we're going to drop more and more video around this particular topic. All right, thanks for watching.